This is one of those days that reminds me why I made the move to China and risked it all. We'll visit one of the largest and most advanced tile factories in the world. And tonight, we've been invited into a private event for China's biggest factory owners. All I know is that we're the only Westerners who'll be in that room.
So we're at one of the top 3 largest ceramic factories in all of Foshan here in China. And so Foshan is known as like the ceramic capital of the world. And so yeah, this place is unbelievably large, literally like there's warehouse on warehouse on warehouse. So you could probably drive around for the next 10 minutes and literally just see more space. So like if we literally see just here, factory for miles. So we're going in here, we're just going to explore kind of the production process, how things work, just trying to check the standards of like what is actually being produced. Again, because we're trying to make the best decision on what is best for our retail customer, what are the styles that are available, what are their stock levels, and obviously pricing as well is super important. So we've got our slides here on our business model and how it works, and hopefully we can convince these guys that we're either a good partner to work with, especially if we make that decision that these are ones we want to partner with and they suit our model and they're a fit. So let's go check out how they make some tiles. It's like it's pretty incredible driving around here. You just realize like the absolute scale of this place. Yeah, it's something like 1.2 million square feet of manufacturing space, and they've got 18,000 people that work across their production plants, literally just producing tiles. And so you think just like trying to compete, like say if we were to go open up our own tile factory, trying to compete against these guys, it's just like, you have to be so much better than them to be able to make the margin work. And so I'm always thinking about like, how could we out-innovate them? How could we potentially create a more competitive business model to try and like vertically integrate what we're doing? Because ideally you don't want to buy from suppliers, you want to just produce your own stuff. But driving around here, you realize how actually challenging that would be in an industry like tiles. Because these guys have been going for so long and they have it down to like a T, and to like outdo them on like material costs and labor costs and innovation. I mean, it's just next level. I have literally no words. I mean, look, it's just walls and walls and walls and walls of factory. So we're gonna have a look now at their actual factory production line and the kind of stock levels and warehouse that they've got here, which is in one of these 20 warehouses. Maybe this one. Oh yeah, this is one. All right, it's all automated. Oh, here we go. So this is literally like the start of a tile. So you think about actual porcelain itself, it's pressed before it goes into the kiln and gets fired. So this is like the rawest tile that you'll ever see. You literally see here. So if I press that, it literally would push in. And so this is just before it goes into a kiln and gets cooked at like 1,000 degrees. It's just like, but the amount of innovation that you see here, all innovated. Previously before, they're saying this was all people. So they had a production line of like 400 people, they reduced it down to 60. And so when I talk about like innovation and China, and as we think about it from a business model perspective, how are we like partnering with the right people, building the right relationships, and you're trying to go with people who are like working like this. And this is why coming to these factories is so important and seeing it. Believe that like you literally throughout the entire process have no people, and whether it's like the production of the tile, so you know, anything about the raw materials, the kiln, the design, the printing, the firing, all of it. There was not one person that we saw along that entire production line. Every single part of the tile automation, of tile production, they've automated here. And these guys just aren't doing it for fun as like some sort of like mini test experiment. They're doing, I think it's something like 2 million, I don't know, something like square meter of tiles they can produce a year. And this factory is unbelievably large. The only reason they have people here is so they can reload the machines of the packing boxes. That's it. And so, yeah, I mean, we're lucky enough that we actually have a meeting with the factory owner's sons, and they already know about the model, the Bloomfield model, going direct to retail customers in Australia. Only 1% of what they sell goes overseas. This is all pretty much for the China domestic market. So what we'll be doing is like giving Australians access to production like this, like they're using AI for quality checks. It's insane. So this is gonna be next level quality for like literally half the price that you can get this stuff anywhere. I'm excited. That was great. Thank you for that. It's very good tour.
You're welcome.
I like your buggy too, your little cart. It's very cool. Well, I think David's told you kind of like what we want to do.
Yeah.
So like we think the problem in China at the moment is ni yuan.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's like trying to get cheaper and cheaper.
Yeah.
And so we want to like not do that to you.
Okay.
So as David was saying, you know, there's a tile factory today, the old way. Tile factory, agent, brand, store, and then customer. Us is we go tile factory to customer. So we're direct link. So think about a direct link to Australian market customers, and then eventually America. Our prices are much better than like a Home Depot or a Bunnings. So we can sell for much cheaper, but then your factory cost as well. We're not trying to squeeze you and try and like constantly get a big price.
And the price, about the price, I know from David that you were going to Dongpeng or other factory. I also want to know what the price they give you from the beginning, because this is the big problem to every factory, because you said you have quantity in the future time and we don't know how long, and as our old corporation, we only gave low price in a big quantity. But at the beginning, we maybe have give the normal price we are doing right now. Is it okay?
No, so think it requires maybe we pay a little bit more from day one, and that could be okay, but we still need to be very competitive in our market. And so whilst I know that we're not ordering one big order, which is the old way of doing things, which is how you deal, think about it as like, if you trust and we'll be able to prove to you that we're able to order big quantities over time, there's maybe a period of like 6 to 12 months where you give us reduced pricing, like we're ordering large quantities. And if we don't end up ordering enough over that period of time, we should set some milestones, then you can reset back to like standard pricing. So if you believe in us as a business, and we can talk to whoever as well and give them, just based on our track record as a business, and my track record as a person, then potentially there's a way that we could get that access to cheaper price, just like Dongpeng is willing to do. But if we could work with you guys, and you have much bigger facilities and scale, and we like your stock range more, and you could give us some more competitive pricing, then we would be like open to doing that.
We also have another way that we cooperate with other clients, that they also we can give a competitive wide price at first, but they need to sign up a cooperation contract with us that you would need that quantity in a year time, and then we give you a competitive price, but you need to give some guarantee in the rounds that to promise that you will buy that quantity of
commitment. Okay.
It's kind of similar to what I said about having that initial substantial order first.
Exactly.
So you establish that relationship. So at least you've put your sincerity on the table, and then down the line, if they see that you've proven that the quantity, like you say, in the long run, it's much larger than in the short run, then you can continue that relationship.
Totally. Good. And as David said, I think like our biggest thing is we want it to be a win-win relationship, And especially for you guys, if it means unlocking the Australian market
Yeah.
and being able to grow and expand and not have to go through, you know, distributors and all these middlemen and then the retailer and then that finally gets to the customer.
Yeah.
We see it as like a great opportunity to be able to unlock that
Yeah.
and not ask you guys to produce custom tiles and do all these different things.
Yeah.
We're literally just tapping into that stock range that's just sitting there in the warehouse,
Yeah.
and all the logistics and everything else is on us to handle.
Yeah.
It's why I think this is very different, because it's like a channel to market where we understand the Australian and the US market. That's where, you know, I grew up. We understand, we've been in the construction industry for a long time. And so we get kind of how to sell there. And so, but you guys get how to manufacture, and you do that very well.
Yeah.
And so think about it's like the 1 + 1 = 10 relationship.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to build. Because like if we win, you win, and, you know, vice versa. Because no one does online building supplies well in Australia.
Yeah.
And so we think we'll grow one of the biggest businesses there very quickly. And so with tiles, people are already selling tiles online in Australia and doing very, very well, but they're very expensive. All right, so that concludes our factory tour. I think we kind of convinced them like this would be a big deal if we're able to get this over the line. I think they seem sold, but again, he's like super senior sales. David, who we're with, knows the 2 factory owner sons, and so I'll potentially come back next week and meet with them to try and get them across the line. But he understands the model. They've actually wanted to crack into the international market for a long time, and of course they do. I mean, they've tried before in China selling tiles online, but didn't work very well for them. Because everyone wants to kind of see tiles in person. That's why, that's why selling samples is the right way to do it, and here's how you convert customers, and they obviously never tried all that. So yeah, I think we have something really special here. If we can just have them as like our one launch partner, I think that would be like the thing, because the less suppliers you have to deal with in China, the better, and the less things you can go wrong. And so I'm feeling like, I'm optimistic, bro, but like you see how big this factory is. We're just like in the depths of some random 2 Brizzy guys in the depths of China. But no, tonight we're actually going to a factory owners event, and so David's father-in-law runs one of the largest just groups of factory owners around this Foshan area, and so a lot of like Chinese big dog factory owners will be there. Can we speak English? No. Sorry, can we speak Chinese? Can I speak English? Clearly not, no. Can I speak Chinese? No. But can we use WeChat and translate? Yeah, so we'll just be some 2 random Aussies in this factory event. And apparently some like CCP, like Chinese Communist Party officials are gonna be there. And so it's about how the government works with business. That's kind of the forum of this event. And so they've already asked if we put any like anti-government stuff on our Instagram before. And I'm like, no, we haven't. So yeah, it should be an interesting event. Nice showroom.
Don't want to be late for the event tonight.
No, of course.
I think you'll find it quite fun.
Yeah, no, it should be great. Anyone there speak English?
Me.
Good. All right, one person. How many people work in the company?
You mean the headquarters of
Yeah.
the factory?
Headquarters and then factory.
Headquarters about more than 1,000.
Yeah, 1,000 people.
Including the 4 production bases,
Yep.
it's about 18,000.
18,000. Yeah, nice.
Because every production basis is very big. You can
Yeah.
see one of them.
Yeah. Massive.
Because we maybe have the most SKU in the tile industry in China.
You reckon? Most SKUs in all of
SKU.
China.
Yeah, because we have the most capability in the China.
Yeah.
We have about 200 million square meters per year we can produce.
200 million
If all
square
our production
meters.
line
Yeah.
is on.
Yeah. Do you reckon you can buy 200 million square meters of tiles?
For my personal use?
Yeah.
For my palace?
Yeah. It's a big ass house. All right, cool. Let's keep moving. This is great. Yeah, so we're just looking at some of their best-selling products now. They have a whole entire showroom that looks like a shopping mall. I mean, Look at this. And this is just like one out of their 4 showrooms here that we're able to go around and have a look at. This is just like their export building as well. So this is the products that they export, but they're a business that does hundreds of millions of dollars a year in tiles. So they're one of the largest tile suppliers apparently in China. And these guys can do pretty much anything. And so only like 1 or 2% of their product is exported overseas. And so there's a massive opportunity, I think, for us to like tap into that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, look at, this is actually the most impressive tile showroom I've seen ever. And I've seen a lot of tile showrooms over the last couple of months. All right, it's time to go meet some factory owners. We're gonna say ni hao, or jia jack, wo ai ao dalia, or wa ai guangzhou. Fuck, I love China. Anyway, we're off to this event tonight. And so for us as 2 Aussies, it's an incredible opportunity to go. And I don't think there's any other international people invited to this event. And there's gonna be, yeah, some interesting people in attendance. How are you feeling, Byron?
Yeah, it should be a good time.
Yeah, I actually don't know what to expect at all. But I don't think any Australian has ever been to an event like this before. Maybe I'm lying, but I have a feeling. So, yeah, and then tonight we've got to get a car all the way back to Guangzhou. We're staying the night in Guangzhou and then back to Hong Kong tomorrow. But today I think has been like super successful with our supplier meeting, you know, that factory tour. I'm still like thinking about, because the opportunity to like partner with them when only 2% of what they sell currently is international, and we could be like their international partner, especially direct to Australia, is like a big, anyway, my head's got to be in now networking, so it'll be fun.
Jackie, listen. Welcome to Shenzhen. 这位澳洲的客人是澳洲的一个。
Sitting at our table here today, it's like one of the largest LED panel manufacturer, also the largest stainless steel manufacturer in China. Is literally like 6 meters away to my right, and up there was a guy that owns 70% of the infrastructure in one of the African countries that we all know. And so like, you just think about, like, in every single minute I'm learning about who these people actually are, and obviously I can't speak Chinese, and so like getting these introductions, meeting these people, we just got invited to go and meet the guy who runs one of the largest ceramic factories in China, who we haven't met yet. And so like, you should think about this access and opportunity that exists in rooms like this. And I literally got asked to stand up all of 5 minutes ago to recognize the international buyers that we are in this room. And so it's crazy when you think like, you know, where these Australians in the center of China getting asked to like stand up. It's like always a wild experience. And so, yeah, incredibly grateful to be here, but it's probably like a representation of all the years of like hard work and networking and access and opportunity. You know, you can't just be someone selling something online for the first time and land up in a room like this. And so I'm just glad that maybe we can give some of this opportunity to people watching and to open doors and give access, because no normal person gets this level of access in China. So yeah, we're just going to take this opportunity and run with it. It's pretty cool. So let's eat before we have to get up and go say hi to more people. Hi, 你好，你好。Thank you. Thank you, 谢谢。你好。What Jack? Thank you. We're going around with the main family getting introduced to everyone. And I've got no idea what these people are saying, but that was a government rep, another important person. And so it's cultural in China. You just stand there, you cheers, they introduce you, you try to get your glass lower than theirs to show respect. We just made it back from dinner, and that was the craziest dinner networking event I had, first of all, ever known existed in China, let alone been to myself, as
definitely the only non-Chinese person in that room of 1,000 people. So we literally came with the organizer who and his family were the ones at our table. And literally across from me was like the largest manufacturer of LED lights in China. The largest ceramic manufacturer in China was to his left. The guy who does all the copper wiring for the Chinese government to his right. Like, it was unbelievable. And you saw, they literally shouted me out. I had to like stand up and say hi and sit down. And so you just think like the amount of just wealth, network, and access in this one room was just crazy. And it speaks to like how important getting in the right room with the right people, being on the ground, and putting yourself in every single situation possible makes such a difference. I only moved to Hong Kong a week ago. I've only been in China properly, like living here for a week. And it's kind of like, it's the whole reason why I did it, and it's already coming true. A good friend of mine said like the dolphin appears when you jump in the water and you take the plunge. And yeah, that's what we saw. So anyway, we're now off to dinner with the organizer's family. We've been invited to, it's called an after dinner. And so just even learning about the Chinese customs and, you know, cheersing below the host and just saying ni hao and nodding was a big thing. And so we're going to snake dinner now, literal snake. So wish us luck. But yeah, I'm so excited. This is what China's all about. So we're now ready to go eat some snake here in China. In Australia, we try and kill them. In China, they try and eat them. So we're here. It's now 10:30. We're having dinner with the big family, so should be fun.
This is the rice porridge.
Rice porridge. Is snake in there?
Well, this one, I don't see. I don't think they've put it in there. But yeah, behind there, so that bowl there, that's snake.
Snake there.
Yeah. It's a type of water snake.
Oh. Is that frog? None of this happened because it was perfectly planned. It happened from showing up, meeting people, putting myself into uncomfortable situations, just being willing to have a go. A lot of times things don't go your way. You'll get rejected. You'll make mistakes. You'll walk into rooms where you don't know anyone. And hey, that's okay. It's all right to feel small sometimes, and it's okay to not know everything. That's why you're there, to figure it out, to grow, and to learn. The people who build something meaningful aren't the ones who figured it all out. They're the ones who kept going, who kept trying, who kept showing up. Because in the end, hey, this is what makes the journey worth it.